You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty Podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor Patty Spitler.
And coming up today on the Positively Patty podcast, we have an extra special guest. We call him, because that's his name, his name is Barney Wood, and he has joined us as a videographer and reporter, and he loves covering his pet stories and also the fabulous story on Great Day TV. So we'll meet him, find out about his passions and what it is he likes to cover. It's all coming up on the Positively Patty podcast.
Your day moves fast. Your news should too. That's why there's a new and improved Wish TV app bringing you more local news, breaking alerts, live streaming, weather forecast, radar, and Indiana sports all in one place. Customize your news feed to see the stories that matter most to you and get the information you need when you need it. Download the new and improved Wish TV app today on iOS or Android and take News 8 with you everywhere.
And now we welcome you to the Positively Patty podcast with an extra special guest today who loves his critters, and he's doing a great job for us, and we are so happy to have him on staff. A little triumphant little drum roll, da-da-da-da. Here is Barney Wood. Thank you for joining us, Barney.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
And let's give a little bit about your background. People see you now on TV. You're on Pet Pals TV and also Great Day TV. Not only do you shoot the interviews, you do the interviews. I made you be an interviewer. You're on camera.
You did.
So tell us about your background first.
Well, background, I'm born and raised here in Indiana. I was raised in Broad Ripple, actually. So I lived there literally until I got married, and now I live in the hills of Morgan County in the middle of nowhere. And we have a nice dog, Zoe Butterscotch, who's a mix of some sort.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
And so I've worked in television, started at Ball State in the 80s, and worked for media services. Then Dave Smith, who was when movies were movies, and he may have been the general manager of WISH, maybe, got me an internship at Channel 4 in like 1987. So I got to... my dream as a childhood dream. Cowboy Bob was there. Sammy Terry was there. I got to be... Cowboy Bob was directing as I was George the Spider with a bamboo fishing pole.
That's a great story.
It was great. Out of everything I've done, that everybody my age loves that the most.
Cowboy Bob was very nice to us on Pet Pals TV, and he passed, just a few years ago.
And ironically, where we live is where he lived.
Where he lived?
Yeah, right. I would see him driving around. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's been around my whole life, So.
Well, that's a wonderful background. But you didn't work that long in TV. You went out on your own, right?
Yeah. Well, no. And my internship was at Channel 4, and so then I got a job at Comcast, and I worked there from 1988 to 2008, and then simultaneously, when I worked at Comcast, I worked for the Indiana Pacers Sports Corporation. So I would literally get off work at Comcast and drive down to do a Pacer game. So it was a blast. So I basically paralleled Reggie Miller's career doing that.
But now you work for yourself,
right?
Except,
since 2008.
Freelancing with us, but you have your own company.
Yeah. So we make a lot of marketing videos, storytelling videos, a lot of local commercials. And in fact, when I first met her, she recognized my wife, Lisa.
We're saying her.
Yeah, nobody could see her. My wife, Lisa, is sitting over here in the shadows and refuses to be on the microphone.
And she's smiling, so that's a good sign. There's a smile.
She recognized my voice off television, so
really?
off a bike line commercial.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Well, you've got lots of good stories. Now, covering stories. What you've done so many. You've done Border Collies. I love that.
Yeah, that's my favorite probably so far.
Really?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say, really. But they were so funny and just crazy and so hyper. And we opened the we're out in the middle of nowhere, and we open the back of the van, and Maggie, the border collie, runs in and is running all around full of mud. So there's like mud all over the place. And, so.
I love when she was with you and you were kind of holding her to do, to say goodbye and hello. And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
licking your face and wiggling you around.
Instantly
These
my
are-
best friend.
They need jobs.
They do.
They
They do.
need something to do.
Yeah.
This is not, if you want to sit on the couch like I do with my Stewie and my Mabel, no.
Yeah, like our dog,
Yeah.
Zoe, she was born to sleep. That's all she does is sleep and nap, and so
And eat.
My wife Lisa has a series of elaborate dog beds, all strategically placed around the house for for Zoe Butterscotch to
Butterscotch
rest.
is the name?
Zoe.
Zoe. Okay.
Zoe Butterscotch.
Oh.
Because she's like a butterscotch color.
So she has two names.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's pretty special.
Yeah.
The other one, but the one I first did with you was, remember the llama story?
Yeah. Oh,
That was
you know
fun.
what? That was actually, maybe that's my favorite.
No, you don't mean that. You're
I
just
think
trying
every
to-
time we do one,
It's
it's
your
like my
favorite,
favorite. And I really just thank you so much for that, because I spent so many years behind the camera carrying gear and all that. And, I'm like, just given the opportunity to be on the other side is pretty rare. And I've just been having a total blast. All I want to do and they're so positive and so happy.
Well,
and
listen to you now. I can feel the passion and the excitement. And this
we're
is
having so much fun.
You just, it's not something I'm forcing you to do. I could just
No.
see that you could do that.
Yeah.
Just control your hands, right?
see, nobody could see me right now. Hey, I'm Irish. This is what we do.
You gesticulate a lot.
That's right.
Which adds emphasis to the story. That's your style, so that's very good. But I think you just you're wonderful on camera, and you can tell
Oh,
that
thank you.
you can't fake it around animals.
Right.
You either love them or you don't.
Yeah.
And I do, and I think that comes across as well. So I can.
Yeah,
see
we're
you've got
really
the same-
excited to just keep going. I brought Lisa in, and she's all excited about it. So it's kind of this fun family adventure. And then my son is off for the summer, so we're going to bring him in on it.
Oh,
And,
an
yeah, it's
extra
like he gets to
helper.
carry the gear.
Oh, that's a great idea. Because you've got 4 cameras?
Yeah, we go out with like 4 cameras. Luckily, everything is so miniaturized. As
Yeah.
when I started in the 80s,
Oh, yeah. Heavy.
I literally had to get a CDL license to drive the remote truck, a 30-foot remote, fifth
yeah.
wheel remote truck. I could literally do more with a backpack full of gear than what I could with a 30-foot remote truck but from the 80s. It's amazing. So we get out there, we can set it up quick, and just run and gun. It's
Yeah.
just a blast.
But I will say you do know what you're doing, because everybody now is shooting pictures with their iPhone, and it doesn't look the same as yours does. Yours is well done. It's
Oh,
well
thank you.
crafted. You've got things in perspective. You can tell a professional and someone who's just holding up, not taking anything away from that. That's
Right.
what everybody does for their own personal use. But it's my contention that if you're going to put it on in TV, and Ramon Carrera, our show owner, he's very particular as well.
Right.
And we like things to look good, that look like that you know what you're doing and you took the time to do it right.
Yeah, I agree. And cell phones, they're great and they could do a lot, but it just kind of like, it doesn't mean that you're gonna, really, produce, the next epic movie with an iPhone. But they're great tools.
Yeah. And therefore it's called instant news. They get it, here's
Right.
something, there's a traffic stop, and here I am you can't set up and do that. They're there with their iPhone. Okay, that's good for that. But ours are crafted so that it's a magazine style format
It
show.
is. It
and
is.
so, the use of pictures and video and then the interview and the hands and everything,
Right.
that all goes together to make a wonderful story.
Which is another great reason that I'm so happy to participate in this is when I first started, even at Comcast, we did magazine style format shows like a lot, and I loved it because everything was positive. It was always about something good and happy, and news has its place, but sometimes it can wear on you. Whew, it's just, I'd rather do more upbeat, positive stories and help somebody out in the community, that is maybe a local business or has a passion for whatever they have.
Or
like
wants to go to a cat cafe.
or a cat cafe,
Which is
or
coming up.
the Mr. Muffin trains. That was another
a great story.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I love, so it's, exploring different hobbies that I love. I'm trying to get into Arthur's music, so I want to go over there. I really like guitars, so that's like my favorite guitar place. So I'm trying to get in there.
Well, and there's a place for everything too, as you said. There's
Yeah.
the news. They have to do what you have to
They
have
do.
breaking news. Okay, fine. But you also need, especially on the weekend, let me relax with a cup of coffee or mimosa or whatever, and I'll
Right.
sit down and I'll watch Pet Pals or Great Day TV and
Yes.
see your story. And now I was telling you that since starting, 13 years ago with Pet Pals, 8 years ago with Great Day TV, I mean, I've learned a lot.
Yes.
I love every time I go out and I meet someone or meet an animal, you learn something.
Exactly.
That you didn't. What have you learned lately that you can? I bet you learned about the border collies.
I learned a lot about the border collies. It is just amazing to me, especially with the animals. Just these people who are just so passionate about these animals, and it's I don't know. It's just really amazing. And I always loved animals, and I have a sister that's really works for Indigo Rescue in Portland, Oregon, and. So, but it is something different. These people just are real, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Just they love their animals so much. And, every time you do one, you learn, like the border collies, you learned about them.
And I got a
These
therapy dog
dogs-
at IU coming out.
Yeah, and the therapy dog phenomenon, I mean, maybe you would know more than me. This just seems like it is really picking up, and just I've seen firsthand. We were at a hospital recently, and just when you see the patient, I mean, I wish you could track it on like a EKG and see what's really going on with their heart rate, their blood pressure, their brain waves, and just how that really, scientifically, it's got to be there. These
Yeah.
dogs just really calm them down and really make a difference.
Well, I know, and I'll put a plug in here. The Dog Who Saved My Life is my book.
That's exactly
and
right.
when I had to quit work during because of hearing loss and got my Louie, and I've always loved animals, grew up with them, but when I was traveling so much, I could not have a dog, and then I got my own dog, and then they knocked on my door and said, "You want to do a pet show?" And I said, "Boy, that'll last about 6 months," and that was 13 years ago.
That is just awesome.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So,
and then another thing about these therapy dogs, this one person made me realize that the animals don't care who you are, what you look like, what if you've got some sort of disabilities or anything. Those dogs just are unconditional love, or whatever animal, a cat. They just go in there, and I never really considered that. And then I watched it happen, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so important.
I find that animals generally are very good around me. When people say, "Are you afraid?" If you're calm and you're and stand still, don't rush at them. Don't try to grab them. Just let them come to you. And I always have treats.
Right.
So that always helps too. So, well, we could go on and on, but I see we're running out of time.
I would love to just talk to you about television history and stories. I can't imagine this. Well, I know a lot of them just from reading your book, but which everybody should do. And but TV people have great stories.
Yes. Well, you have too, and you cover stories very well.
Well,
thank
thank
you.
you.
And I thank your wife, Dr. Lisa. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
She said you're welcome.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us.
Well,
and
thank you.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm
as far
not. We love this. I love this.
Okay. I like it too. There you go. I'm looking at him sternly now. All right. And that's it. We thank you for joining us on our Positively Patty podcast.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at PetPalsTV.com and stay with Wish TV online at WishTV.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at AllIndianaPodcastNetwork.com.